Ever wondered where the stories of Thor, Odin, and Loki actually come from? We see them in movies and games, but the original tales are even more epic. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Viking mythology by exploring its primary sources. The Eddas. Get ready to journey back in time to a world of gods, giants, and prophecies. So, what exactly are the Edda? They are two incredible Icelandic books from the 13th century that saved Norse mythology from being forgotten. Think of them as the Bibles of the Viking world. We have the poetic Edda and the prose Edda. They're different, but together they paint a vivid picture of Norse cosmology. Let's start with the poetic Edda. This is a collection of anonymous poems, passed down orally for generations by storytellers, long before they were ever written down. It's the more ancient and mysterious of the two. These poems are the raw, unfiltered voice of the Viking age. They tell of the creation of the world from the body of a giant named Ymir, the 9 realms connected by the world tree Yggdrasil, and the epic struggles between the gods of Asgard and the fearsome giants of Jotunheim. One of the most famous poems in the poetic Edda is Völuspá, which means the prophecy of the seeress. In it, Odin summons the spirit of a long-dead prophetess, who reveals the entire history of the cosmos, from its fiery birth to its cataclysmic end, Ragnarok. She foretells the final battle where gods like Thor and Odin will fall. The world will be consumed by fire and flood, and a new, green world will emerge from the ashes. It's incredibly dramatic and profound. Then we have the prose Edda, which is a bit different. It was written by a single known author, a brilliant Icelandic historian and chieftain named Snorri Sturluson. Snorri was worried that as Christianity spread, the old stories and the complex poetic techniques used to tell them would be lost forever. So, he created the prose Edda as a kind of textbook for young poets. The prose Edda is more structured. It starts with a preface that cleverly links Norse gods to ancient heroes from Troy, a common practice at the time to make pagan stories more acceptable. The main part, Gylfaginning, or the tricking of Gylfi, is a fantastic narrative where a mythical Swedish king asks 3 mysterious figures all about the Norse gods. This question and answer format allows Snorri to lay out the entire mythology in a clear, organized way. He retells many of the stories from the poetic Edda, but in prose, adding details and context that make them easier to understand. For example, Snorri gives us the full hilarious story of how Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, was created by dwarven blacksmiths after Loki mischievously cut off the golden hair of Thor's wife, Sif. He also explains the intricate family trees of the gods, like how the trickster Loki, though living in Asgard, is actually the son of giants, and the father of monstrous beings like the Fenrir wolf and the world serpent Jarl. So, while the poetic Edda gives us the ancient, soul-stirring verses, the prose Edda acts as a guide, explaining the kennings, the poetic metaphors, and filling in the gaps in the stories. Without Snorri's work, many of the tales we know and love today would be lost or incredibly difficult to decipher. The Eddas are more than just stories. They are a window into the Viking mindset. They show us a world governed by fate, where even the gods are mortal and must face their doom with courage. They reveal a culture that valued honor, wisdom, and a good fight. From the 9 realms of Yggdrasil to the final twilight of the gods at Ragnarok, the Eddas are the source code of the Viking universe. So next time you see Thor wielding his hammer on screen, remember the ancient poets and the wise historian who ensured these powerful tales would echo through eternity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into Norse mythology, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history and legend. See you next time.